Hello, 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 and everyone, welcome to the stream. Let me just move my mic here because it's in a weird position. Okay, and I'll take this. Oh, there we go. Hello, how are we going? I had that stuffed up. My chat is not centralized. Let me fix that up. Hopefully that fixes it. Maybe a bit more. That's probably the best it's gonna get. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Is it? Because I mixed around with my settings before, so some of the stuff on the streams I didn't even realize it was going to be changed, but now it's changed. Okay, sweet. So let me pause that. Sorry for this. It's just I wasn't going to start this for like another 5 minutes, but I thought I'd start this early. Okay, sweet. Why is that doing that? Okay, that's fixed. Okay, sweet. No, there's a couple of things. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. If my dog keeps barking, I'm gonna have to go pick him up, so, which means I might have to just put something over the screen quickly. Okay, it doesn't seem to be barking anymore. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. It is currently 5 to 7 in the morning where I am. So, yeah. Well, these are usually the times I start these streams and stuff like that. Hopefully everyone's having a good day, and we'll just talk about whatever. Just the usual weekly stream, if you want to call it that. But obviously, I guess the focus should be Legends, I guess, because it's on today, and I guess Flash, because it's on tomorrow. But yeah, it's just Cal's like, he's a bit of a silk, he's a bit of a whinger, but he's a puppy, so, or puppy sort of still, so that's still going to be the case, so. But he's getting pretty good, like, he's not as clingy as he was before. He usually gives up after like 1 or 2 barks. Yeah, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So let me move this over because it's more central, so I can actually see the chat properly. Properly, might I say. BTK Predator. We'll get into the stream rules and stuff like that. In a second, I'll just answer BTK Predator's stuff. Did my speech today, went well, can't wait for Wally. Okay, well, yeah, if people were here last time, they would have known that BTK was doing like a speech with the Flash. And did you use that scene that we were talking about, I guess? I think we said I think everyone in the chat narrowed down to it being the one from the end of episode 10 of this season, where it's like the parallels between Barry getting arrested and then the Flash getting praised. So I don't know if you used that one, but if you did, I'm sure that would have proved your point, I guess. But into the rest of the stream, keep the chat civil, so I know, like, you know, that's just be nice in the chat. That's probably the best way. Don't start drama, as I'm sure we'll go over, because I'm sure someone will bring it up in the chat about what happened on Twitter. But yeah, just keep that out of the chat for the most part, unless you're replying to something that, you know, that's going on in the discussion. That's about it, I guess. Or spam as well. Don't spam either emojis or my name, because if you write my name in the chat, it highlights like orange, I guess, or yellow or orange, one of the two. So just don't do heaps of that. And yeah, there's no emoji spam. There should be a way to actually disable emojis, but I don't think you can, because I think on Twitch you can disable emojis, but I don't know why you can't do it on Twitter. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. And then if you want to get your chat question or comment 100% read out or answered, you can super chat by clicking this little dollar emblem down here. You go send a super chat and you go whatever an amount, you just type in a random comment or question. If you can't do that, some devices in some countries can't super chat, then you can click the top of the description that says streamlabs.com/Pagey, and that'll take you to a different page where you can donate, and it'll still appear on stream. I think every single donation through Streamlabs actually goes on stream, while the ones on YouTube, it's only like, I think $5 or more. I think, something like that. Just so I actually have to log into Streamlabs right now because I didn't do it before I started the stream. I always forget to, because it's not like, I'm still getting used to using it. But yeah, we'll get into it. I had a job interview today. Hopefully I get the job. That's from Michael. Hopefully you get it as well, Michael. Good luck with that. Or let's pray for Michael. Hashtag pray for Michael. Sam with the $2 super chat. Thoughts on the Oscars? The Oscars is sometimes cringy. Like some of the, because obviously a lot of them are given like written jokes to use, and it can be really cringy, especially when the audience maybe is getting a bit restless. You know, they're getting a bit tired. They're not up for it. Like, they've been there for an hour, hour and a half. And they're just like, okay, I want this goddamn end. Can we just get to the final award so I can leave? There was only like maybe 2 upsets. I guess The Shape of Water winning the best picture was a bit of a surprise, but I think it's because it covered a lot of bases, like a lot of marking criteria. So I guess you could say it wasn't too much of a surprise, while maybe the other movies didn't. So it was a very Oscar-worthy, Oscar-winning movie, if that makes sense. And the only other surprise I thought in regards to an award was the best song, the best original song. The fact that The Greatest Showman song didn't win, I can't believe that. But once again, I know why they did that. If Greatest Showman was about someone else, if it wasn't about P.T. Barnum, they would have won. They would have won 100%. But the thing is that if people don't know, P.T. Barnum did some not very nice stuff back in the day. Like, some of them even involved like him having a slave, elderly lady, and when she died, he sold tickets to her autopsy. And I think that was it. I don't think I think it was just her autopsy he sold tickets to. Like, he made profit out of his out of her death, which was really one of the like sick, like that's one of the more unknown sick things that he did. And then obviously there's the more clear ones about like exploiting people and stuff like that. But that's probably why that movie didn't win that song, because it's obviously the better song out of all of them. And that was probably the biggest shock of the night in regards to an Oscar award. Unless it was like some like a documentary feature and stuff that I have no clue about. But in regards to like stuff I know about and that I've seen, that was probably the biggest shock. Sorry if I'm clearing my throat. I'm still waking up and I've had a sore throat over the past couple of days. Do you think Wally dies at the end of the season? I'd be very surprised if he was to die, to be completely honest. Am I aging? Obviously, because it's in the future from when I last streamed. It's probably just because I woke up. I only woke up probably maybe like half an hour ago at the most. I quickly had breakfast and then I came on the stream. Do I watch Doctor Who? I do not watch Doctor Who. I know people that do. It's just not for me. I've tried to watch it, it's not for me, to be completely honest. Are you an Arsenal fan? Unfortunately. Where's my phone? It's right in front of me. I'm an idiot. Because I just wanted to check something quickly on my cellular phone. Okay, sweet. How are you, Pagey? I was just curious. How are you, Pagey? Is the first question. I'm good. I've only been up for half an hour, so I can't really go into detail about my day. I was just curious. I've lost the question. Where'd it go? I was just curious. Do you reckon that one of the legends will die this season? Anything can happen in the CW. Am I right? If no one had died yet on this season, I'd say yes. But we already lost Martin Stein, so you'd have to count him as the death. I can't see anyone dying, to be completely honest. After that, maybe Nate. Maybe, but I don't think they'd do that. Discussing film, dropping the bombs, teasing something for Jarl. A certain character might be returning to Supergirl. Ooh. Well, it wouldn't be... Well, no, it wouldn't be Maggie Sawyer, because she got casted... If you don't know, the actress that played Maggie Sawyer got casted on Punisher, but I don't know when that starts filming. So, maybe Superman? Ooh, maybe Superman? I don't know. As you know, I don't really do the, obviously I'm guessing most people here watch my videos on a consistent basis. I don't really do the, Supergirl bonus videos. Maybe when the season ends, like last season I did, it's just that a lot of the bonus videos in regards to Supergirl, I really revolved around Mon-El, and I'm sort of over Mon-El, to be completely honest. Like, the sooner he leaves the show, I think the better. Like, when he's on the show, like, I'll be fine with it this season, but I don't see his place on the show. So, that's when yeah. Do you think Barry and Iris will have a baby? If they do, like, we don't see the baby on screen, if that makes sense. Like, what happens is, like, when the Flash is leading up to its end, Iris gets pregnant. Maybe it doesn't have to be in the last episode, but, like, you know, in those, like, maybe that last season, Iris gets pregnant. And then that's it. Like, we don't see because the thing, you don't want babies or children on shows, especially babies, because that involves the baby having to be there all the time, especially if it's with a main character. And unless they change Iris's role, obviously, which I'm bringing. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know this. In the next, like, probably on the weekend sometime, I'll be doing a video specifically on what people don't like about season 4 of The Flash. And I just realized my audio is not on for the super chat notification. Not startup disk. That could be dangerous territory if I went into that. Okay, that should work now. Okay, sweet. I'll get to your question in a second, Sam. Yeah, what people didn't like about season 4 of The Flash, because obviously there is some controversy around that, and what they would change going into season 5. So, I'll be doing that video on the weekend, and I can't remember what the question was. I've gone off the goddamn it, Sam, with your goddamn super chat. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was about Iris and Barry having a baby. Yeah, unless that Iris's role changes, which I hope they do going into next season, then they could bring in the baby. But even then, it's risky territory, and not many people want to see it. Like, if you went to the audience, the viewing audience for The Flash, and everyone got a piece of paper, and the question was, what do you call it? Like, do you want Barry and Iris to have a baby on the show right now? I reckon like 95% of the vote would be no, because I think most people would know it doesn't work on the show, but even like just subconsciously, I think people are like, would I really want to see that? Do I really want to see this? Because the thing is, on these TV shows, they would use a fake baby, you know? It's actually really creepy when they use the fake baby as well, because a lot of times the baby's eyes are open like the fake baby, but it's really scary. But yeah, I don't think many people would want it, so I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's necessary at this stage. As I said, the best thing to do is in Flash's final season, once they confirm it's the final season, Iris gets pregnant in like halfway through the season. So towards the end, you'd see maybe a bit of a baby bump, and that's about it. But Sam with the $5 super chat, thank you very much, Sam, for that. In next season of The Flash, if Jesse lives, one of the two, wouldn't introducing Jesse's team be a good idea to go into, as there is a potential story there? Cal grew. Yeah, first on Cal, he has grown. I think I went to the vet. The first time I went to the vet about a month ago, he was 3.2-ish kilos. I think he's like 3.23 kilos or something. Went today, and he was, yesterday, sorry, and he was 7.4. So he's more than doubled. He's gone up like 4.2 kilos in a month. So he's getting quite big, and he always wants to be picked up and carried places. He's very lazy. So, yeah. But in regards to, yeah, the Jesse's team thing, I think is something that people wanted this year. I think a lot of people thought that, I didn't necessarily think that was going to be the case, because I thought they might have gone with a different story if they did this. But in the two, you know how they usually do the 2-episode story in episode 13 and 14 of the season? They haven't done it this season. They're not doing it by the sounds of it. If they, like, back in the season when we first heard of that team, a lot of people thought that might have been the 2-part story. Like, we go to Earth 2, and it's like a 2-team Flashes teaming up to take down like a something, or whether it be on another Earth or something. So it could be like Earth 4, but the Earth 2 and Earth 1 team Flashes like combine to take on whatever it is. That's what a lot of people thought that 2-episode arc could have been. If Jessie leaves, which I think she will, like, I have made that video. I've actually made, I guess, 2 videos on it, about Jessie possibly dying. I actually don't think Jessie will die. It's just a possibility, and I've said that in the videos as well. But yeah, that's a possibility next season, just depending on what they go for, I guess. You don't want that team to be heavily involved. You'd want it to be involved in like that 2-episode arc where it's like a separate story from the main story of the season. So if I was going to put them in, I'd put them in that time of the season. The issue is that Violet Bean, who plays Jessie Quick, got casted as like the main, like, female lead on a new show. On like, I want to say NBC or CBS, one of the two. It might be Fox. I don't know. Major American network, one of the two. So I don't know if she's going to be able to be on The Flash after that. Then again, that show could get not picked up for the pilot, you know, and it might get cancelled, and things could change. But yeah, Doug Schneider with the $2.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Doug. How does Barry afford that nice apartment? Plot reasons, probably. I think a lot of people have been asking that. Sorry, I think even a lot of people are asking that when he had a job, because a forensic investigator doesn't pay like amazingly to afford that loft, because that's like that's like prime Central City marketplace loft. You know, Iris doesn't have a job. How would they afford that? Yeah, it makes, even with Barry with that job, he shouldn't have been able to afford that. And with him without the job, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Star Labs Museum is secretly pulling in a lot of money. I don't know. Or maybe they're selling off some tech on the side to make up for it. I don't know. It makes no sense, to be completely honest. Eric's Reloaded with the $2 super chat. Demonetized. You have cursed my chat. You have cursed my chat, DJ Eric. If I say yellow buttons on my videos, bringing the pain. Bringing the pain. Thanks very much for that, Eric, though. Don't have to do that. Sam with the $2 super chat. Pagey affords his place with my super chat. At Doug. Look, I can't lie, it definitely helps. Do I think Ralph will die? There's a possibility. It matters like how his plan goes, but Ralph is definitely, I think Ralph is more likely to die this season, but not like there's a 90% chance. It's probably like 60-40, 60% yes, 40% no. But yeah. What do you think on Boba Talk's theory on the Speed Force symbols maybe being future writing? That's from Simon with the £5 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Simon. Yeah, like it's definitely a plausible theory. Like I think there's probably it's really that or Speed Force, just it being a language of the Speed Force. Someone did send me, was it, they sent it to me on Instagram or something like that. Anyway, actually, good work, me. Good work, me. Actually, I answer Simon's question before I get too sidetracked. But yeah, it's either that, it's either like some sort of future writing, or like the future language, might I say, or like the representation of the Age of Enlightenment, which we know DeVoe's sort of been working towards, or it's literally just like Speed Force, like symbols and languages. Like that's exactly what it is. I'm hoping they start diving into it sooner rather than later, because I don't like it if I don't really want them just focusing one episode on it, you know, and that episode just being about that language. And it's just like, well, you could have, you know, showed Team Flash like slowly introducing themselves to it and actually thinking, you know, maybe this language might be useful, and trying to do it. And then at some point, maybe that Dawn Allen character comes in and helps and finalizes it all. But hopefully there's like maybe a 1 or 2 episode lead up to that episode where it's all deciphered properly. But to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I actually haven't seen Boba Talk's video on the Speed Force symbols, to be completely honest. I mainly watch Boba's Gotham content because it's something that I don't do. To be honest, I don't really watch content that's too similar to mine, if that makes sense, because then you start like shifting to that, so it can be a bit dodgy. But yeah, the options is it's like Speed Force symbols, like it's like that actual language, or it is some sort of like future language, or like the language of the Age of Enlightenment, if they want to call it. But on Instagram, someone sent me a picture of Dr. Alchemy from the comics, and he's writing symbols in the background, and they do look, they don't look the exact same. I'm not going to claim they look the exact same, but they do look very similar to that of the symbols that Barry was writing. Like some of them do look similar. But yeah, I might do a video on that, another Speed Force symbols video in the next couple, like this weekend or the next weekend, one of the two. But I'd actually have to sit down and like go through it properly, because it's a picky area. But thank you very much for that, Simon. Very much appreciated. Austin, $2 super chat. Could Barry go back into the Speed Force to learn the symbols? Possibly. But honestly, I thought Enter Flash Time, this episode might have been, like the episode coming out tomorrow, might have been an episode revolved around the Speed Force. It doesn't look like it. Then again, something in this episode could hint to those Speed Force symbols. Because you know when we saw Barry writing on the board, I guess, like the clear board with the white marker. You never know, he might be writing that, and then he like just sort of zones out and he starts writing those symbols again, and that's how he figures out maybe what to do. It wouldn't surprise me if that's how it happens in this episode, where he starts writing those symbols again, but he's in like some sort of trance because he's not all there. Similar to what we saw in episode 1. But I don't think he'll necessarily go into the Speed Force again to learn the symbols. I think he already knows the symbols like in his brain. It's all there. He just can't access that information yet. But speaking of Instagram, I started up a new Instagram page. If you go to the description of this video, it'll this stream, might I say, my Instagram will be there. I started a new one, so be sure to go follow me over there for updates and all that fun. You might have to refresh the page. I'm not too sure. The actual stream name is Pagey YT, so it's Pagey YT. That's my Instagram name. So you can go follow me over there if you have an Instagram account, and yeah, that's about it. I'll probably mention it in like a couple of videos just because it's, you know, hard to get the word out there, if you know what I mean. What are my thoughts on Supergirl not being renewed? Has it not been renewed yet? I don't know. Neither has Legends. I think Flash and Arrow are the only ones that have been renewed. And I don't even know if that's confirmed either. They'll all be renewed. The only actual show I think is at risk of not being renewed is Arrow. But even then, I think Arrow will be renewed. So Supergirl should be fine. It'd be weird if they... As I've said this before, the only thing that threatens Supergirl from continuing in a season, because I think it'll hold ratings, is Melissa Benoist if she leaves. Because obviously she doesn't want to do... I don't think she wants to do... I think she likes playing Supergirl, but I don't think she wants to be Supergirl, if that makes sense. I think she likes being the character. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Nathan. If you refresh the page, it should change. What do you call it? Yeah, Melissa Benoist, I think, likes playing Supergirl. I'm pretty sure she loves the character, but I don't necessarily think she loves being in Supergirl, because I think she wants to get into like movies and those like what do you call it? Like the mini series, the ones that are on like HBO and stuff like that. The ones that they usually get like maybe like a movie actress or movie actor in there to play. She wants to be in those things, and she was in that Waco thing, which had like Michael Shannon and that other dude, Taylor Kitsch, I think it is. So she obviously wants to get in that, and it wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, I think Supergirl will get one more season, and she'll announce that she wants to leave, and she'll probably leave. So I think Supergirl will get one more season after this, and that'll be it. That's just my hashtag hot prediction, but I can't see her staying on there for heaps long. Compared to, like, I think Grant Gustin, who I think prefers the TV medium, while doing films, I think he prefers the TV medium. Like, if he's going to be the main person, he'd rather be on TV than be in a movie. Then, like, Stephen Amell, he tried with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was a bad choice. He didn't fit the role. He'll probably get into movies again. I think he'll finish Arrow before he even tries to get into movies again. He's got his own movie coming out with his cousin. But I can't see him like jumping into anything else while he's doing Arrow. And then Legends. Legends is very rotatable, so it doesn't matter if people leave that show. Matt Pat with $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Will Team Flash go to Earth 2? This season, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, I really wouldn't count them going on this season. Maybe. It's still a possibility, but I wouldn't count on it, to be completely honest. I think we'll have to wait till next season, to be completely honest. Depending on what the villain is. I wouldn't mind if it's a multiverse villain. It's like it's a villain from another Earth, like, say, Zoom was. That'd be pretty cool if they did that next season. Not necessarily like an exact same villain as Zoom, but, you know, from another Earth like Zoom was. So... in that case, if they do that next season, then we could go to Earth 2. But this season, I wouldn't count on it, to be completely honest. Mafia, how much longer do you think new Team Arrow will stick around for? The majority of the fan base hates them, and I don't think there's much left the writers can do with them. I don't know. I know they were filming like episodes 17 and 18, and all the like new Team Arrow actors and actresses weren't like really on set. So but I think those episodes, I think, very, like doesn't really involve new Team Arrow, if that makes sense. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me in, like, the next, like, 3 or 4 episodes if they're not that involved. Like, they might be in, like, collectively, they might be in, like, 5 to 10 minutes of each episode, if that. for certain episodes. So you see, really wouldn't be expecting them too much in the episodes to come, to be completely honest. I do have some Streamlabs. There was one from FIFA Geordie with the $1 donation through Streamlabs. Thank you very much for that, FIFA Geordie. What do you think about Violet Beans? She has signed up for a TV series, God Friended Me. Yeah, I think that was the one I was talking about. She's like the female lead on that show. I said it was a comedy on a video and someone corrected me saying it's a drama. It might be a dramedy, which is like comedy drama. I think, because I heard comedy and then someone saying drama, and then I read another source that said it's drama, and then I read another source that said it's comedy. So I think it's a comedy drama, like a religious one. Obviously, God Friended Me. So it matters if that, like, just because someone gets cast doesn't mean the show's going to be picked up. Like, I remember when what's her name, Chantel Van Shanten or whatever her name is, the girl that played Patty Spivot. She was cast in that Shooter TV show, and everyone thought that was going to flop, and she was going to be back on The Flash. And now they're heading into season 3 or something. Season 3, I think, of that show. Yeah, so like you can't really tell. Like some shows just they have an audience, so that show could last, it might not last, it could foul and flop. And I don't know, but if she's on that show, I don't see much time for her being Jessie Quick. It'd be like 1 episode a season if we were lucky for her, depending on their filming schedules and stuff as well. But yeah, her being cast in that as a lead definitely doesn't scream many future appearances from her. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But thank you very much for that, FIFA Geordie, with the Streamlabs donation. Very much appreciated. Hey, do I like pizza? Yes, I do. I actually had pizza last night, and well, I made pizza. What do you think the Flash episode 20 title means? Love your videos, by the way. Is that the Therefore She Is? Is that episode 20? I think that's episode 20, because I think episode 18 is the Folded Man episode. Episode 19 is the Fury Rogue episode, which I don't know if that's the Captain Cold return. And then episode 20 is Therefore She Is. Well, it's either about Marlize or it's about the Dawn Allen character. So that's probably the easiest way I can put that, because I think that's obviously what it is. Unless it has something to do with Izzy. I don't think that's the case, though. Oh, God. Imagine if it's... Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure a lot of you would have predicted what I was about to say before I just stopped there. But, yeah, it's obviously between Dawn Allen and Marlize, most likely. Maddie, with the €10 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Maddie. Do you think Fran's drama will be connected to the fire totem to his return for the episode, and do you think he could stay? Plus an extra bit due to your suffering as an Arsenal fan. Thank you very much for that, Maddie. Well, the latest synopsis, I think it's for episode 15 of this season of Legends. I've got hair poking up at the back. Some of you probably already noticed that. It's just bed hair for me. I look like a goddamn cockatoo or like a rooster or a chicken. I don't know. Anyway, the latest synopsis for episode 15 of Legends hints that Heatwave has the fire totem. It says that Heatwave has a totem. What does Heatwave use? Fire. So you think he'd have the fire totem. However, Franz could be connected to the fire totem as well. Like, Heatwave just might have the totem, and he can just... It works for him. But they did say he's going to be in the finale. Like, I don't know how he's going to be involved, whether it's him coming back to the show after that. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think he's signed on to be in anything else. So maybe it's just a break from Legends for him, for the plot-wise. Also, he was having a baby as well, so maybe that lined up as to why he was written off the show for a bit. Maybe it just lined up well with Victor Garber. Going to Broadway, and he was like, well, I'm having a kid in the next couple of months. Maybe I should leave the show as well so I could spend time with the kid instead of working all the time. Because they would have been wrapping up the season for Legends, and it would have been like full-time work, and he would have had hardly any time with his child. So that would make sense, maybe, that he would come back for this last episode, which would lead on to next season if he were to come back. So, especially if Wally's leaving, because I don't think Wally will stay on Legends, to be completely honest. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there's something to do with the fire totem, where maybe he gets like Firestorm-esque powers. But I can't see him coming back for the finale and not staying around. It just seems like a pointless return if he was just going to leave straight after that. So I think he should be staying, and then Wally will go back to Flash. My Nama Jeff. My Nama Jeff. Yeah, discussing film. I didn't think Thrones drama had anything, because usually the actors announce or something, and I haven't looked at his IMDb or like Wikipedia or anything for upcoming things, but I didn't think he had anything coming up. And as I said, he had that, and he had a child, so I thought he would have been spending as much time as possible with he or she. How much cocaine did I snort today? Look, that's for me to know and for you to try and find out, but fail at doing so. So we'll keep that a secret. Can Malice be Vandal Savage? I think I've seen that theory a couple of times. I can't see Malice being like Savitar, Vandal Savage, or anything like that. It's most likely just going to be someone that's established this season on Legends, but like is a surprise at the same time. I think it's going to be something to do with the Time Bureau, and that's why Rip is maybe so involved, because he's like, oh, I might have some role in Malice being created. Barry should go back in time. I don't know, that could be a risky thing. That could be risky. I look high. Well, I'm not. I only woke up maybe like an hour ago, roughly. So if I look tired, aka high, that's probably why. Priyesh Patel with a $2 super chat, or £2 super chat, might I say. Thank you very much for that, Priyesh. Do you think Zoom will return? I wouldn't count on it. It would have been cool in Arrow this season if they had Zoom come back for like Black Siren flashbacks. They did mention him. I think that's all we're gonna get. Like, they mentioned Zoom in the last Arrow episode quickly, but I don't think that. I think that's like the most Zoom we're gonna get. They could, like, obviously there's still the option that Earth 1 Hunter Zolomon could be brought into the show. I'd like to see Zoom back. Maybe get some redemption for his ending, which wasn't that great. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to confirm or deny whether I think he will be coming back or not, because the writers can be very random for the Flash. Sam with the $5 super chat, thank you very much for that, Sam. I just have to say, new Team Arrow gets on my nerves, doesn't change anything. Hoss, Dinah, Uz. If only Renee had just told the team he was compromised to start. Yeah, like, the whole new Team Arrow thing, like, people say, like, oh, a lot of people are getting angry at all of them. Like, look, if Renee just said, like, oh, look, I've been approached for this. If he just said that, and like, look, they know I'm Wild Dog, he should have just been honest from the start, and none of this would have happened. So he's the one that's complaining all the time, and he's the one that's at fault for it. So anyway, Renee went from I like Renee last season. A lot of people, I think people like warmed up to him at the beginning. I think I liked him from the get go, but a lot of people didn't like him at the start, and it took him a while to like warm up to him, I guess. But like, he's just gone down a hill this season. The whole of like, it's just gone all, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know, it's like what's the guy, Rick Gonzalez, I think the guy's name is, that plays Renee. Like, what did he do? He must have like stepped on one of the rider's cat's tails or something, or kicked one of their pets. I don't know what he would have done, but they've like his writing this season has been, his character is just terrible. So unlikable. Like, the whole of New Team Arrow is unlikable, I think. Dinah's the most unlikable, I think, of recent, but the whole season wise, I think Wild Dog's been the most unlikable. So New Team Arrow. Hopefully it ends sooner rather than later, but what are you gonna do? Iris's Speed Force color, maybe purple. I think I said this in my last stream, or maybe it was something else, but I was saying that maybe they could make her lightning purple. Like her suit's purple, so maybe they can make her lightning purple like the Accelerated Man. Because she's only going to be a Speedster for an episode, they could chuck that in there and just, I guess there'll be people saying like, why is her lightning purple? Like, can you explain that and stuff like that? Which could get confusing, so maybe it might be a bit risky to make her lightning purple. But it would fit in, I guess, for random one episode speedsters. Like, we had the Accelerated Man whose lightning was purple, Speedster, Iris purple, lightning. Maybe that's what they could do. I think if I was like choosing it, I'd probably just give it purple lightning just for that one episode, just have a bit of fun. Yeah, that God Friended Me is another Berlanti production. I think that's mainly why she probably got the lead on it. Like, 'cause she would have got like maybe the heads up about it casting, audition and stuff like that. But yeah, it's another Belanti production. But I don't know what's being filmed. Because I know they're filming in Vancouver, or they'd film it in LA, or something like that. I'm not too sure. Naruto 0076 with a $5 super chat. Last week's arrow to me against Curtis, which I thought would be impossible. I thought Curtis was the most tolerable of the new Team Arrow, but I think as I said, I think all of new Team Arrow is pretty unlikable at this point. Yeah, that's about it. Like, honestly, like I think Curtis is the most likable out of an unlikable bunch, which isn't it's not a compliment, by the way. It's like me saying that. But I must say, Naruto, you must have a strong tolerance because I think you lasted a lot longer than other people did. Where's my dog? My dog is downstairs. Usually if he's up here, it'll be like when I stream maybe like an hour or two earlier than when I started this one. But he just would have been moving around too much and it just would have been annoying. Is there actually any points in Nate's character? Like, he just seems to be Ray, but with History DLC. Well, last season I think he had a purpose there. This season, though, they've sort of, like, just morphed him into, like, Ray 2.0, so they're basically twins. They even sort of look the same, like, height-wise and stuff, so... Yeah, I don't know. They might change Nate around going forward. They probably should. But yeah, they've sort of made him like Ray, which can be a bit confusing. Sam with the $5 super chat again. Thank you very much for that, Sam. What are your thoughts on Black Siren adopting the Earth 1 Laurel persona? Because doesn't everyone know Laurel was the Black Canary now? Yeah, everyone knows that, but... Okay. Yeah, I know that's something that's going to be interesting to go about. But even if like someone came after, it's like, oh, you're Black Canary, I'm pretty sure Black Siren will be able to take him down. I think this is one of the things that... I think I mentioned this in like an Arrow video from like 2 months ago or something. I was like, it's an option as to... Like, if Black Siren was to go public and stuff like that, this is the only way that it would work if she was to adopt the Earth 1 Laurel persona. And obviously, knowing from last season and some stuff this season, we know that she already knows a decent amount about Earth 1 Laurel and what she did. So she would be able to like bluff her way through a lot of things. So, what was that? Oh, don't worry. So yeah, I think it's logical that she's taken the Earth 1 Laurel persona. I guess the biggest issue that they face is the whole Black Canary thing, like if people come after her and stuff like that, or if she's possibly like looked down upon for being the Black Canary. But we'll have to wait and see that. I'm excited to see how it goes this season and what consequences she could face and what Team Arrow thinks of it. Maddie with the €5 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Maddie. Did Captain Cold and Heatwave get hit by the same accident as Barry, or are they just two guys with guns? They're just two guys with guns. Like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Heatwave was in prison at the time, and Captain Cold broke him out, and then Captain Cold was just like your general robber, like Leonard Snart, and then he got that weapon off. No, did he get that weapon off? No, did he have... correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Did Leonard Snart already have the gun? Or did he get it off Team Star Labs? He got it from Star Labs, didn't he? Didn't like Cisco make the gun as like a thing to stop the Flash? Like a cold gun? And he stole it. Didn't... Correct if I'm wrong in the... Let me know in the stream chat. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He, Leonard Snart got the gun from Star Labs. And the same with the Heatwave gun. Yeah, he got it from Star Labs. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Like, Cisco built the gun and Thingo got it, yeah. That's what I thought it was. It's apparently... It is DJ Eric's birthday. Well, it was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to Eric's Reloaded then. In the chat. Streamers and party hats. Might see if I can put some. You'll probably see them late. Oh, don't worry, I can't even see anything. Oh, there's cake. Lots of cake. Put some cake in the chat. You'll probably see there's like heaps late though. You'll see all that cake. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he got it from Star Labs and stuff like that. Naruto 0076 with the $2 super chat. I liked Curtis until he heard Deagle. Yeah, that's sort of a weird move by Curtis. I don't know why he would do that. Yeah, I don't know. Weird move. As I said, the whole new Team Arrow thing is a bit all over the joint. Hopefully it's over like sooner rather than later. Just because I don't think anyone's interested in it. I saw someone say like, it's actually a very contrasting episode, that episode that came out last week, because some people think it's one of the worst episodes Arrow's ever had, like top 3 worst episodes. Some people think they really enjoyed it, they love the episode, and then there's people like me, I'm just sitting in the middle saying, look, I watched it, had some okay moments, and some really not okay moments, but it was just average for me. I'm just in the middle, and then there's like people on the far left and the far right, so it seemed like a very contrasting episode. So hopefully they move forward and actually make some episodes which the majority of people seem to enjoy. But yeah, like, I don't think you could side with New Team Arrow. I think they're very, yeah, just unlikable, to be completely honest. Who even watches Supergirl anymore? Well, more people than Arrow and Legends, I can tell you that. Almost combined. Who do you think will be the villain next season for Flash? I don't know. Hopefully, it would be cool if we had Cobalt Blue, I guess. Maybe if they chucked him in there. It'd be a different villain. But it wouldn't surprise me if they went with another Speedster villain. I don't know. Do I like filler episodes? When they're enjoyable. Like, sometimes you get filler episodes like Arrow. Arrow's filler episodes are usually like your stereotypical boring filler where nothing happens. It's like a villain of the week that isn't interesting, and it's more to like slowly progress maybe some character things. Arrow has probably the worst filler episodes. Legends probably has the best, just because they can go through time and just have fun. Flash has some really enjoyable ones as well. But yeah, Arrow's got those typical really bad filler episodes. Like when you know Arrow's having a filler episode, you know it's going to be not that good. Like, yeah. So with Flash, I generally enjoy the filler episodes because they usually just go with some like weird villain and we have a bit of fun. Like, I'm not saying it's good, I'm just saying it's enjoyable. Later's Retzi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh, here goes Cal. Let's see how long he barks. If he keeps barking for another couple of minutes. Okay, just wait. I always do this. I just have to, if he does that, then I just wait. If he's barking for longer than 10 seconds, I have to go get him. He's stopping though. Okay, that's good. We'll leave him for now. Unless those filler episodes are directed by James Banford, then we get the best. Yeah, but it's pretty rare that he would direct a filler episode. That's the thing. Usually they give a filler episode to like an up-and-coming director or someone that's like within their crew. Like they might give it to like a director of photography and let him be the director, or like someone else, like a writer might be able to direct or something like that, or a camera operator might be able to direct. Thank you very much for that, Christina. Very generous with the $20 super chat. Is Samandra Watson, the FBI lady, still coming for Oliver? They seem to just drop that storyline. Yeah, that's basically, I think they have just dropped it. I don't think that actress who played her, who was in Black Panther, I think. I didn't know what role she played in Black Panther, to be completely honest. I didn't know she was in Black Panther. What role did she play? I don't know. She was meant to be in Black Panther, though. Anyway. I think they've just honestly dropped it. She might appear in like one more episode. It might just be like a conflict between her and Oliver. Like Oliver might be really smug, like, oh, you're trying to get me and you can't get me anymore. But yeah, it's sort of random. Like, I think a lot of people wanted it to be dropped. Personally, I was like, it isn't interesting to me. So hopefully they wrap it up. But it's weird that they've just dropped it without wrapping it up. The only thing I can think of is that like the whole thing that happened with Oliver and Renee just sort of like pushed it away, because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, does anyone want to let me know in the stream, did they say that the city took over the case, because I think that's what happened. I think the city's taken over the case, but I don't understand why they didn't like sort of like wrap that up with that actress, because her ending just was sort of random. Yeah, but that's what I say. They still have the trial thing going, but I'm pretty sure they said that. I think, let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure they said that the city had taken over the case from the FBI because it wasn't FBI worthy anymore or something. So if someone wants to let me know in the chat, that'd be great. I'll move on to Simon's. Do you have a DC TV? Oh, do I think the DC TV has a crush on Supergirl? He's talking about the DC TV show, Ben. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. He seems to be obsessed with Melissa Benoist. So Ben, if you're out there, everyone's onto you. Everyone can see if you're crushing hard on Melissa Benoist. Actually, I think Ben might like Mon-El more. Seems to love Mon-El. Okay. So I'm just looking at the stream. I'm just looking at the chat again just to see if anyone has some information. Okay. I don't think anyone's really putting in any input, so I'm just going to assume that the city took over the case, because I've seen that in other shows when FBI's get involved. The FBI gets involved, just the city takes over the case because it's not seen as it's worthy of the FBI's time. If the case is going really slowly, then the FBI will usually pull out of their involvement, because usually they're there to get it over and done with. So I'm guessing that's what happened. That's why the FBI thing has been dropped, but it's weird that they didn't wrap it up properly. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like the district attorney's taken over the case, like the city in general. So, yeah. But thank you very much for that, Christina. Hopefully I was able to answer that as good as possible for you. Because I think it's a bit messy. I think I didn't like the FBI being involved at all. But they've just sort of put a messy ending to all of that. Sam with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Sam. Or Samwell. Can you explain just briefly pros and details to discussing film on Lady Shiva idea with Selena J? Just because I just said an email regarding it. The detail, like the pros, like the things that support it. Well, it'd be good for like a female villain, obviously, for Arrow to have, I guess, have that female villain. Like, it would be interesting if Flash duo. I'm just trying to think on the top of my head if Flash could really do it. Big bad, probably not. But yeah, like the whole Lady Shiva idea, I think works. Mainly because they have stuff from the comics and the connections there. I don't know how they necessarily work it into the show. If you're going to go off the comics, but if you're basing off stuff from the show, then you have May, who was Shadow's sister, who obviously learnt of her father and sister's death, but didn't learn the truth. Like, Oliver didn't tell her the full-on truth behind it, and that he was involved in both of her deaths. He just said that they're both dead. And he said it like just before he left, like he was holding it off for ages, and then finally like revealed to her. So if she went off and found out herself that Oliver was behind it, she would want revenge on Oliver, and she might have got training before that. Who knows? She already might have had training when she was with Oliver. And then she could become like the show's version of Lady Shiva if they wanted to. And it'd be like a shock if she would have shocked, because everyone would be like, it's Shadow. It's like, no, it's actually May from season 3 flashbacks. And obviously the actress Selena Jade is all for it, I think, from what I've seen on Instagram and different things that have been sent to me, that she is in quite the support of the idea. Did I miss a donation on Streamlabs? I did. I'll get to that in a second. Thank you very much for people pointing that out. Usually I check it every couple of minutes, but obviously it's just flown under the radar in between me checking. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know if I've missed out anything, Sam. I think I basically said anything. Like, the actress is all for it. I think I said all the pros as well. Comic Knowledge with a $1.78 donation through Streamlabs. I love Dinah last season, but it seems to me that this season she's just always angry, might I say, and Julia Harkavy isn't very good at it. Yeah. As I said, it's just like, it's just a bit weird, you know. It's just it's not working, the new Team Arrow stuff, to be completely honest. And as I said, hopefully that it gets wrapped up sooner rather than later. But yeah, Dinah was like likable for the most part last season. But this season, really, of recent as well, she's just become, as I said, the most unlikable character I can think of on a TV show. I can't think of a show that I've watched where at one point or in like one episode, I just don't want to see a character's face that just annoyed me. You know? Just one of those things. I just couldn't stand her. Obviously, at the end of the last episode, there's like some sort of like resolve there, but you know, I think she's still going to be like a bit annoying. Her grunts, yeah. I don't necessarily like straight up just picking up an actress, sorry, and going, this doesn't work. But yeah, like some like Emily Beck Ricard's can't do dramatic stuff. Like when she does like the more light-hearted comedic stuff, she's good. Like Emily Beck Ricard plays Felicity, might I say. But and she can't do the dramatic stuff, and I think maybe Julia Harvey's sort of on that same sort of thing as well. Like when she's meant to be like, ooh, super angry, it just doesn't work. They need to blow up the new Team Arrow. Might be a bit too far there, but I can see what you're getting at. Is Star Labs Museum still open? It never closed, but never saw it getting closed, so I guess we just have to assume it's open. I don't know. Is Devoe getting greedy with all those powers? Well, I think it's all a part of his plan. So, but yeah, like some of the powers is just like, I think if he went out of the, like, I don't necessarily see like what Izzy's powers would have been so useful for. It's more, I think it was more that, you know, possessing her and like needing a new body was more the reason he went after her. I don't necessarily think he needed her powers, because I'm just trying to think on top of like, would he really have that much use for her powers? You know? Hold on, Cal's going psycho. Maybe someone's at the door. Sorry if I do this, I just have to listen out. Okay, he stopped. All good. I'm going to be wrapping up this stream in like 8 minutes anyway, guys. Or within the next 10 minutes, just to give you guys an idea. Am I going to have to go get him? I think he's been quiet. No, I think we're all good. Have you seen Alex Myers? Alex Myers? What's Alex Myers? What's Alex Myers? I have no idea what Alex Myers is. It's an Instagram creative consultant and fashion stylist. That's what came up when I typed it on Google. What the hell is Alex Myers? Naruto0076 with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that. New Team Arrow just needs to leave the show. I've heard that Renee's going to be on next season. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do going into next season with those characters. I thought, if anything, I thought Renee would be the one that leaves, because I thought he might leave the whole vigilante thing and just go be with his daughter. So, but I heard that he's meant to be on next season, so that was something that sort of surprised me. But yeah, I sort of agree with you. Like, I think I wouldn't mind Team Arrow just getting back to like a smaller amount. Monquoir, hopefully I pronounced that right, with the $1.99 super chat. Do you like the karaoke with Riff and Wally? Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes I think I've seen in what do you call it? The Arrowverse and stuff. Oh, okay. It's a YouTube channel that made it. Okay, I wasn't too sure. I just googled Alex Myers and it came with an Instagram account of some girl. I think it was a girl. Anyway. How fast will Iris be? I'm guessing as fast as Barry. If she's taking the whole premise of that episode, like I don't mind the way that she's getting it. I think the way they've worded it is a bit weird. They should just said the powers swap, and instead they said that DNA swaps. Like DNA swap is much more than just powers. Like Iris should be getting much more than just powers if that's the case. But if that's, I'm just gonna guess that maybe around the speed of what Wally, not Wally, Barry is, if they're straight up swapping. But yeah, but then again, like Iris might have that, but she might not go that fast. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I thought discussing film. I heard that he was meant to be back, but he definitely wants to, at least in the source for the info, is the one person that should know, to say the least. Yeah. So I guess it matters maybe plot-wise if they want to bring him back. Maybe they just like opened it up to like, oh, if we want to work you in, well, he was like, hey, I want to come back, but I guess it just all matters on plot-wise, I guess, like what happens in the plot and the story. Thank you once again for that, Christina. Very much appreciated. Very generous. How did Team Flash make a living? I mean, besides Joe, none of them seem to have a real job. Well, now Wally doesn't, obviously. And I'll just say thank you, Brendan, as well, for that £1 super chat there. Thank you very much appreciated. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess Caitlin was making money when she was at that bar, I guess. Yeah, like Barry was really the only one else bringing their money, so I don't know. It's a bit confusing. I guess like the whole thing in like was a Star Labs museum was meant to bring in some sort of revenue, but like we haven't had that. That's what I mean. Like this season has sort of gone off some previous plot points. I still like this season. A lot of people are bashing the season. I still like this season. I think if it continues up with its average rating this episode, like average quality of an episode, I think it'll be better than last season, because last season might have been better up at this point, but the end of the season was really bad, which sort of just took it down like a couple of pegs. So going into next season, there has to be a big change on the show, and I will do, as I said, if you'll hear from earlier on the stream, I did say I will do a video over this weekend going over things that need to be changed from the community's perspective. It's not coming from me. A lot of people say I'm biased towards certain things. I put up a big Twitter thing. I don't know how many replies are on there now. Actually, might go have a look right now. There was over like 150, I think, last time I checked. That was last night. And there is... Oh no, there's over 100 last night before I checked. Now there's 150 replies, but some of them are like replies to replies as well, so there might be more than that. And some people quoted, I'm going to have to go, actually that's really annoying, I have to go through my notification. Oh no, I won't do that, I'll just go for the replies to the tweet, because some people like quoted the tweet. If you're on Twitter, you know what I mean, and it's hard for me to actually find that crap on my notifications, unless I remember the account and go to the account specifically. But yeah, like Joe's the only one bringing money. Barry was bringing in money. I don't know if he's still getting paid by CCPD, even though he's been let go. He still might be getting some money from like Captain seeing like approving payments. But the rest of them, like Cisco, Caitlin, and well, Harry, I guess just lives at Star Labs, I guess. But the rest of them, like how does Cisco afford that apartment, which is pretty cool. Caitlin affording her apartment and stuff like that. How does it work? Like I guess they had money saved up, but I don't know. They really need to start getting some money, some cash flow going through Star Labs, because I don't know how the rest, most of them are gonna keep going without it. Maybe bring back the museum. Let them tour the Flash hideout or something. Let them take rides on the particle accelerator. Maybe put like a little train track around there. Put some get me down there. I'll give you some good ideas. But anyway, thank you very much for that, Christina. Hopefully I've put the best input I could into that reply. Austin Bell with the $2 super chat from Canada. Think about Batgirl instead of Batman to Arrowverse. Yeah, there's like rumors of Batgirl coming in, or even Batwoman. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll really introduce any sort of like Bat figure into the Arrowverse from now on. I think they're sort of sweet with it. Unless like other shows end and stuff like that. I don't think we'll be seeing anything like that anytime soon. Sam, once again, with the $2 super chat. Why the hate on Twitter? Crying or laughing, crying emoji. Hashtag one prayer for abused Pagey. Yeah, Twitter's funny. I woke up this morning with a lot of tweets. Actually, I'll bring this up because like people might think like I'm trying to hide away from it. I'm not replying to the thing. Okay, so there was a tweet going around. Like I'll address this now just because everyone's in the stream. Like, this might seem as like drama. It's not. Like I'll come clean with it right now because I know people will try and blow it out of proportion, especially the West Allen psychos. Hashtag psycho on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you know about it. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, link is in the description along with my new Instagram. Go follow me there. So essentially, about a year and a half ago, maybe you could stretch it 2 years, but I think it's about a year, maybe a year and 3/4 ago, the whole Iris West casting had come up. So I was like, there was a couple of options as to who Iris West was going to be in the DCEU because they were leading up to Justice League. There were a couple, they were just about to film Justice League, I think, or like the Irish West scenes, I think. So, I don't know, something like that. I can't remember what exactly it was. It was something to do with like Justice League and casting for the Flash movie. So a couple of options had come up for who Iris West was going to be. So there was, I can't remember, there was Kiersey Clemons who ended up getting the role, and then there was like 3 other actresses. One was, I think, Asian, 2 were white, and Kiersey Clemons is black, I guess. I think she's mixed race. I think she's mixed race. Mixed race, might I say. So I was like, okay, I think there'd been a lot of criticisms about the DCE, because before that, a lot of Flash info had come out about the movie, and the movie had been like a synopsis came out, like what they were going for, and it sounded a lot like the TV show. Like there was going to be Eobard Thawne in a wheelchair pretending to be who was going to be like a professor or like a university lecturer, one of the two. Jay Garrick was going to be in the movie, not as a speedster, or not as like a speedster on screen. He still might be a speedster, but we weren't going to see him run. But he was going to be like an older person in the movie. The rogues were going to be involved, but they're literally rogues that were pretty relevant on the show. Like I think it was Captain Cold, Heatwave. There was 2 more. I think we're going to be heavily involved. And then I put out a tweet, and I was like, and it's taken out of context, like these West Allen people that are doing it. Context is so important. So there was a series of tweets I did. Oh, I think it was a series. I mean, I made a video, and there was a couple of tweets. But one of the tweets I said was like, I wouldn't go with a person of color, Iris West, because it's to steer away from the TV show. And the reason that I put that there is because of those other things I was saying. Like there was all these other similarities to the TV show which people weren't happy about. It's like, no, separate it from the TV show, make it completely different. So why would you put another person of color, Iris West, when in the comics Iris West isn't a person of color? You know what I mean? She's your, maybe brown hair, brunette, or like a redhead, So I was like, yeah, we'll go with that, and you're separating it instantly, and people won't have another comparison to go with on the thing. Like if Iris West was a person of color in the comics, fair enough, you'd go with another person of color. But the TV show went with a different route by casting Candice Patton. So I thought, do something different with the movies. And now I'm being called out for being racist because I was saying that. Like, I'll go through them. Like, there's some other ones. Like, I'll go through my notifications now. Wow, they were all over my notifications before. Now I can't find them. Here? Yeah, here it is. I honestly, this is what I wrote. I honestly would rather a comic book accurate DCEU Iris. We have a person of color Iris on TV. It doesn't have to be the same on the film as well. That's exactly what I said. And I still, at that point, I still stood by that thing because there was all that controversy around the similarities between the TV show and the movie. I don't think I'm wrong for that. They can try and call me racist if they... One, that's not racist. There's a difference between being racist and having an opinion, or having a preference, might I say. If you're... Okay, here's an example. Say you're... I'll choose someone from the chat. Sorry if you get picked, because it's not going to be a good... I'm not using myself because someone will scram grab this. Say you're Wubs 150. Okay, say you're Wubs 150 and, obviously you might be looking for a girlfriend. Say you don't go for an Asian girlfriend. Okay, we'll change it up. Say an Asian woman approaches you and asks you on a date, and you go, no, so I'm not attracted to you. I'm not attracted to you. Are you racist because you're not attracted to that Asian woman? No. How are you racist? Like, if you went, no, like, you're not, that doesn't make you racist. That just makes you have a preference. You have an opinion, Twitter, I love Twitter, but it's so frustrating because some of the people on there are like, I don't know if they're dumb. I don't know if it's an intelligence thing, or it's just like they're looking for drama, like that, because it's like their main form of entertainment. Look, I wonder if I'll be able to link it, Guyazza. Actually, I'll link. Hold on, if I link this in the chat, hopefully that will work. So I've put a link in there. Hopefully that works. If you click that, no, it doesn't work. Damn it. If you go to my Twitter, here we go. I'll put. Actually, I don't know how to do this. This is confusing. If someone replies to me on Twitter, I might link it to you. I don't know. How do I do this? You know what? I'll actually, if you refresh the stream, I'll put into the description tweet. There we go. And that's like a sort of thing there. So if you refresh the stream now, yeah, refresh the stream, and if you go down there, you should be able to click a link, and that's the chain of tweets that people are trying to claim that I'm somehow racist. And then there was another one, which was, so there's that one, which I think is the bad one that I think people are going for in regards to like me with the DCU iris, and the other one is I'll come out and say I deleted the tweet just because I knew people would take it so far out of context and not say what the link was. Okay, so this is from like, it's 2018 now. Okay, so this tweet for it was from 2012. Yeah, exactly. You might not be attracted to black women. That doesn't make you racist. Just you're human. You know what I mean? Anyway, so the other tweet I wrote was, okay, have people seen, I think this is what it was, because I had deleted the tweet before I even clicked the link, but I'm pretty sure I know what it was because someone referenced it. They said, no, he's just referencing the movie. Has anyone seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin? Has anyone seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin? So there's a scene in the, actually, you know what, I'll look it up. Okay, 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think this is what it is. Here we go. It's this I'll put it on Twitter now. So if you're on Twitter, go to Twitter. I'm about to tweet out this video. I'll just put in 4 people from the live stream. Okay, so I've just tweeted that video out. I quoted that video. Okay, I linked that YouTube video and I quoted that what's in the title. Okay, obviously I'm not going to say it on stream because hashtag demonetized. The 40. Okay, so if people go on Twitter and you see that that tweet, I quoted that video, like the title, like the quote that's used in that movie, and put it on Twitter. This is 6 years ago, by the way, and linked that video because it's a funny movie and it's a funny scene from the movie, and they're taking that out and they're saying that I'm racist because I quoted that. You know, like, they're idiots. They're not all there. Like, yeah, like, here's video proof that, yeah, I know, it's gone over time this stream. If you want to, you know, obviously this is just bonus content for people that want to stay around. No, that DCEU tweet is from 2016, the one that they're going back for. How they found that, I don't know. But the one that I deleted, I'm pretty sure they've taken screenshots of. Let me try and find it. If I can give it to you, I will. If I can find it. Is that it? No. That's some random thing. Just give me 2 seconds while I'm looking. Is this it? No. That's the same one. Okay, I can't find it. Anyway, it was just me quoting that tweet, that video anyway. And that's been going around, like, trying to say that I'm racist and stuff like that. Why? Oh, sorry. I didn't see that you used Streamlabs. Sorry, Comic Knowledge. I'm having a look now. Comic Knowledge, actually, I did answer your question. The Dinah Drake one, I did answer it. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll give you the stream link after we're done. You can go back and watch it, but I did answer. I spent like a good, maybe like 2 minutes going through that question. I honestly did. Hopefully people in the chat would be able to back me up, but I did. But Jamie actually replied, left a Streamlabs, which I'll get to now before leaving, with the $1.78 donation through Streamlabs. Looking forward to Run Iris Run. My name is Iris West and I am the worst character alive. To the outside world, I am a strong female protagonist, but secretly, with the help of some writers behind the scenes, I can plan to ruin the show for the fans. Good work. I'm happy with the time you spent on that, Jamie. Very much appreciated. Thanks for the Streamlabs as well. That was a good laugh reading that one. Yeah, like the thing is, the thing that's wrong with, like, you should have seen it yesterday. Like, I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should. It's hilarious half the stuff that I get involved with. Like, I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, let's have a look at Twitter. Oh, 754 notifications. I wonder what 743 of these are. Oh, it's Iris West fans that are triggered. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, Brendan, did you? Oh, sorry, Brendan, I'm so sorry. I think I read out your first one. I didn't read out your second one. Sorry. Thank you again for the £1 super chat, Brendan. I read your first one out when I was dealing with Christina. I didn't see your second one, though. I'm very sorry for that, Brendan. Very much appreciated. Yeah, so everyone, if you don't follow Discussing Film on Twitter, you should. They drop all the hashtag good info, and they also don't clickbait, so they don't link you off to, like, you know, how comicbook.com and stuff like that. They'll link you off to, like, a website that's covered in ads, and you have to, like, click off different things so you can actually read the article. Discussing Film just puts it on Twitter straight up for the most part. I think it's some stuff that you link off. I'm not too sure if that's correct. For the most part, it's all there for like 90% of it. So definitely go check them out. And they usually drop the hashtag bombs before anyone else does. So I'm sure some of you guys already know because I mentioned them in some of my videos. But definitely go check. I think it's just Discussing Film on Twitter. I think it's just twitter.com/discussing film. It is exactly that. So go check them out on Twitter and give them a follow, and you'll find out all that info before. What do you call it? Anyone else does. Paddy Prather, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. Where's Wolves of the Wild? He's great. /streams are fan friendly without the idiots. Pagey say thanks. Jack's back end of season. RD on Flash 2-year contract, true? What's RD? RD. What is RD? What's RD? If Paddy, if you can let me know in the comments what you mean. What's RD? Wolves of the Wild. He hasn't been there here for a while, I don't think. Jack's back at the end of the season. He's in the season finale. I'm just not too sure about his after that, like his input after that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Paddy, if you can let me know in the chat what you mean by RD. Oh, Ralph Dibney. Thank you, everyone. I'm an idiot. I was thinking about the actors' names. I was like, Grant Gustin, GG, Candace Patton, CP. But yeah, Ralph Dibney. I don't know. From what I heard, his contract was just a recurring role for this season with the option to extend. So I guess it just depends what happens to him. If he's involved with DeVoe, you'd think he'd have to die. But then again, there could be something that happens where maybe all the people that got taken by DeVoe get put back into their bodies. If their bodies are still available. I don't know. Unless Ralph is like the last one, they're able to separate that and keep Ralph alive. Then that could be something that happens. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with Ralph come the end of the season, because there's definitely a possibility that he could die because he's in bus meta. But yeah, like I think that's all I can really answer. You rock, P. I'm sure that means Pagey. Thank you very much for that, Paddy. Very much appreciated. I don't know if you wrote again in the chat or if you super chatted and bailed. I'm not too sure. But hopefully I've answered that to the best of my ability. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream, guys. We've gone over almost 15 minutes overtime, which is insane. But yeah, if you have not followed me on Instagram yet, my new Instagram account, very much appreciated. Same with Twitter. Twitter's hilarious half the time. If you want to go check out some of the stupid stuff over there, go check that. Get good entertainment with the last super chat of the day with the £5. I deleted my Twitter a year back because people get too butthurt over there. It's true. I am looking forward to the next Arrow episode as Flash is trash right now. bit harsh. I don't think Flash is trash. Hey, that's dropping some rhymes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to basically everything. And Legends today. So I have my Legends review out in about, what, 4 hours-ish? 4.5 hours, roughly. But yeah, I'd suggest, if you don't have a Twitter, I definitely think it's worth making a Twitter. I think nowadays Twitter is definitely getting up there as like the top social media. Like I think Facebook's dying really quickly. So may as well get a Twitter while you can before everyone starts getting one. But yeah, make a Twitter if you want to. Follow me. Get my follow count up. And same with Instagram. And I'll catch you guys for another stream probably before Arrow this week. I'm not promising. That might happen. But yeah, so thanks for everyone that tuned in. Thanks to everyone that super chatted for supporting the channel. Just everyone that just, you know, joined the stream and had a chat. Hashtag West Allen for life. Huge Olicity fan as well. Caramel is my guilty pleasure. And I'll catch you later, guys later. Snapchat as well. Someone wrote Snapchat in the stream chat. Snapchat as well. But yeah, I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.